Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Stay Tuned. As you can see, we are out without our host, Doug, so I'm officially stepping in for this week. So thank you for everybody for staying tuned. We got the lovely panel here today. I'm going to go around and introduce everybody. Since I'm such a gentleman, we're going to go ahead and kick it off with ladies first. So we're going to go ahead and start with the chocolate girl. Go ahead and say something to the world, Miss Sharon.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the chocolate girl. Glad to be here with the fellas tonight. It's looking kind of light up in here today. The room looking kind of empty. What's going on?
That means more time for you.
Kind of empty.
It means more time for you.
But anyway, yeah, glad to be here. Glad to talk. Yes, my Steelers got trounced. I don't care. We still the baddest organization in the history of sports, so I don't care.
Wave that terrible towel.
Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Love it.
I got two of them. I'm ready.
There we go. Next up, we're going to go ahead and go to our guest of honor, Mr. Jonathan. Go ahead and talk to the people.
Hey, what's up, fellas? It's a pleasure to be on. Thanks for having me. It's great to be on. I have a nickname. My nickname is the Sports Judge. For those who don't know, I also have a page. You guys can follow me on Facebook. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Sports Judge 85. I'm on various platforms. I'm all over the place. I love talking sports. I also write columns, so you guys can check out SoCalChronicle.com. Great commentary. I enjoy what I do, and I'm just thrilled, and I'm ready to go to work with you fellas.
I love it. Well, thank you for telling me that, Judge. I'm going to go ahead and call you the Judge from now on throughout the show. I appreciate you. Next up, we're going to go down to ATL, Georgia. Justin, holla at him.
Georgia.
Yo, what up?
Justin.
Another great day. What's up, chocolate girl? Another great day. Another great show. About to get it down. I'm rep my this nonprofit, Impactful Brush. Go check it out when you get a chance. Impactful Brush.
Impactful Brush. Okay.
Impactful Brush. I love it. And we're going to write that down. What's up, OG?
And let me clear it up.
What's up, Dalton? How you doing, Dalton? All right. Next up, we got Czar. Go ahead and talk to him.
What's going down, y'all? Let's do this.
Prom dresses.
I love it.
Thank you.
Man, why you got to bring up prom dresses? He didn't say it.
Well,
anyway,
he said what's going down. I said, hey, prom dresses.
And then last but not
most no.
The ignorant thinker himself, straight from Philadelphia, Mr. Dennis Holmes. Go ahead and talk to him.
Hey, man, I'm feeling good out here, man. Glad to be here. Thank y'all for having me. Let's have a great show, man. Let's have some good time.
I love it. And as you guys know, so you guys don't be wondering and questioning anything like, where's the CEO? He is here. He's just in the background. He is taking care of some family business. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and keep the show going. So, Czar, what are we talking about first?
Well, hold on.
Hi,
Y'all know what
hi,
time
Josh.
it is.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Josh.
Right. So let's get it in, baby. Talk to him.
What's up, Buck Player? All right. So, the first topic that we are going to be kicking off with is there it is. What player, past or present, is the most comparable to Ja Morant? Now, if you need a minute to kind of marinate, because there's a lot of athletic players in the NBA that have graced the court. So if you need some time, let me know. But I'm gonna go ahead and start this off with the English thinker himself. So who is most comparable to Ja Morant right now, or past, Dennis?
And this is like, this is no me being biased, but
Please don't say my player.
I'm more so see Allen Iverson in the more than anything, but he shoot better than Allen Iverson though. I see Allen Iverson.
I like it. I was gonna say, yeah, his jump shot is a little more consistent.
Yeah, he shoot better than him.
Yeah, but yeah, I could definitely see it. I like that comparison. Next up, we're gonna go to the chocolate girl.
To me, am I on? Okay. To me, he has a Derrick Rose vibe about him.
Damn.
I mean, he just he really does.
Mic drop.
Like do everything. He plays offense and defense. He's sneaky with the ball. He can sneak up on you, and he's quick. He quick like Derrick used to be. Just quick on it and great footwork. I can really tell that his footwork over last season, just over last season, he already had good footwork, but this season he just took it to another level. Now it's like he in the zone right now.
Oh yeah, he's taking leaps and bounds, and I will be the first to admit, not to get too far off topic, but I will be the first to admit I used to think that Luka was the future of the NBA. I might be wrong. I think Ja Morant might now be the future of the NBA. He's definitely making Memphis turn into a franchise that everybody should pay attention to. But anyway, back on track. The judge, holla at us. Who do you think he's most comparable to?
I'm gonna go with the trendy pick and say Allen Iverson. I mean, he just has that vibe. Yes, he does shoot the ball a lot better than Allen Iverson, but you know what I like about Ja Morant is that he's very explosive, and Allen Iverson was the same way, right? Their skill set is identical in so many ways. So I mean, I have to go with Allen Iverson. I watched Allen Iverson growing up. I watched a lot of tape on him, and when you sit down, you kind of dissect the plays and you look at how Ja Morant play. It's a similar style. Mm-hmm. And Ja Morant is quickly taking over this league. I recently did an article on him. You could check it out at SoCalChronicle.com. And, I talked about his hyper athleticism and how explosive he is. And Allen Iverson was that guy. But he's ahead of his time. Ja Morant is definitely on that level. And I think that's a fair comparison, Allen Iverson and Ja Morant.
Right. I completely agree with that. Oh, snap. Look who done graced us with his presence. Mr. Willie Barr himself. Go ahead and talk to the people, Jay Will. And just to inform you, so you're in the loop on what topic we're talking about, we're currently talking about what player is comparable to Ja Morant, past or present. Oh, I think you're on mute, brother.
Oh, my bad.
There we go.
Young man is amazing. I really like him, but these last 3 or 4 games, he's been talking a lot of shit. And he's not that fucking big. I'm waiting for somebody to punch him in his mouth because he's been in LeBron's face. He's been in a lot of cats' faces. I mean, his game is impeccable. I'm not gonna take anything away from his game, but calm down, young man. I mean, his game. I'm not gonna take anything away from it, but you can't just keep running up in these big old dudes' faces. And somebody go do something to him. So I don't know. Geez, compare Iverson. You know, he had a big heart. You know, like Morant wasn't that big. You know, but played like he was huge. So I'd probably say Iverson. Maybe Derrick Rose, maybe, but Morant's game is out of this world. Though I give him all the props. Just tone it down, young man. Calm down. Keep balling, but calm down, though.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You're right. You're right. Definitely, you know, as you said, Jay, Will, you can't take away anything from his game, but I do agree with you. You know, his energy is a little too youthful to some of these veterans, and he definitely could get checked real quick by one of these veterans, especially if it's if Ja does it to a team that doesn't really have anything to win for, and they just out there just earning a paycheck. He better be careful.
And I know when he played the Warriors this last time, you know, when they stood on the Warriors, I guess there were some kids down in the baseline that had Warrior uniforms on, and he had made like a dunk, and they were cheering for him. And he was like, you know, yeah, man, they got on the other team's jersey, man. I can't, you know. And I'm like, come on, man, these is like 7, 8-year-old kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you can't just smash? You can't smash on the kids like that, bro.
Yeah, I heard
he
converted one of them into a Ja Morant fan. So.
Right. He was like, somebody get their names and I'll send them some Ja Morant stuff. But it's like, come on, don't front on the kids. Now, a grown ass man like me with a Warrior jersey on trying to shake your hand, I get that. But the kids, come on, man, you got to acknowledge the kids, bro.
Right. We'll go to Miss Sharon and then we'll go to Justin after. Go ahead, Miss Sharon.
First of all, what's up, Jay? Welcome to the show.
Teflon Sharon.
But come on, man, don't go hard on the young blood. Like he can't say nothing. He can't do because he's young and little. Come on.
That's not what I said.
Don't be like that. I mean,
that's not what I said though. I'm just saying you can't. It ain't like he's 6'8", 6'9" like LeBron. Like you can't keep running up.
That's what I'm saying. You
can't keep running up in these cats' faces.
Like opposite of big is little. So what I'm saying to you is, yes, he can. He can. If you don't want him in your face, keep him out your face.
There you go. There you go.
You know that expression, punks jump up to get beat down.
That's it.
And if dude could come up on him and knock him down, then knock him down.
I agree.
That's why and apparently he's not afraid of getting knocked down. In this touchy-feely league anyway, when everybody is friendly and everybody's loving and kissing and hugging on each other and going on the off season. So I'm not worried about him.
That's the modern NBA.
I'm not worried about him, Ja. Play your game, dog. Get up. That's right, Ja. Puff your chest out and be all up in their face and talk all the mad, crazy crap you want to on the court. That's what I'm saying.
Now, Miss Sharon, when somebody knock his ass out, I don't want you sitting there saying that man was too big. He knew he shouldn't have hit him like that.
You know what I'm gonna say? No, this is what I'm gonna say. It's a grown man's game.
There it is.
You sign up for it.
But you know what though? You're right though.
You get knocked the hell out.
You know what? The way the NBA is now, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all watered down and super soft. Right.
He's punking the league. That's what he's doing.
Right. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do that.
I dare him to do something to me. I dare you.
All right, go ahead, Justin. Who does Ja Morant comparable to, Justin? Unmute yourself, sir. Unmute. There you go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm actually have to agree with Miss Sharon. Derrick Rose came to mind because of his explosiveness. He has a great shot. You could arguably say he's a better shooter than D Rose, but jury's out on that. But the explosiveness, man, like the way he blows past people, the way he finishes at the rim, does remind me of Derrick Rose before the injuries in Chicago. Now his attitude. Just to piggyback on Jay Will, I saw what he was saying, and I like it because in this league right now, everybody said nobody's really fighting. Like some of those veterans that used to fight like that, Zach Grant, like nobody's gonna swing. I remember Lonzo Ball saying that. Nobody's really doing that anymore. Like it's just mostly talking, and the level of talking he's doing, he's not like Patrick Beverly talking. And he's not like even Kevin Garnett talking. Kevin Garnett would just say some really.
He a whole different breed.
crazy.
Kevin
type
Garnett was a
stuff.
fake type of guy.
So I think there's levels to the trash talk. I think where he's at is really funny. It's comical, and I feel like he can back it up. I just found out he's from South Carolina, so he may be about that life. You know, who knows? Like being that small, like Gary Payton was small. You weren't just gonna walk up on Gary Payton because he's from Oakland. You know,
Right.
Damian Lillard, who isn't too much of a big trash talk. Like he talks trash, but he's not getting up in a whole lot of people's face. But he said it too. He said, "Hey, I'm from Oakland. I'm about that life. You know what time it is." So he may be on that type of vibe where like nobody's gonna punk Ja Morant. No, like nobody's just gonna do that. So yeah, he reminds me of Derrick Rose. Just to end it on that note.
I feel it. That seems to be the consensus, either AI or Derrick Rose. Let's go to the Chicago Bull fan. Great segue to that. Czar, talk to him. Who does Ja remind you of?
Oh, that's Derrick Rose, easy.
There it is.
I mean, he reminds me exactly there. It's funny. He's in his third year. That's when Derrick won the youngest still to win MVP. And I just hope he don't get hurt, knock on wood. But the way he's jumping, and again, Derrick Rose would land weird. He would get up so high, and that's why he got hurt coming down. You know, that on your body is something they say it's not made to do that often like that. And that's why he toned it. And that's why AI toned his game out. He used to dunk on people because that's that wear and tear on those little dudes on them legs, on ligaments. So, but that's exactly who he reminds me of, and he has a shot to win that MVP. I think Rose is still younger. Let's say if Morant did win it, I think Rose will still be the youngest. I think he's still younger than him by months. But other than that, that's exactly. I agree with Sharon, who originally brought that up. Derrick Rose.
Right. I agree with the consensus. I agree with Miss Sharon. I definitely would say Ja reminds me of Derrick Rose, just like the athleticism. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ja wins MVP within the next year or two, just to kind of piggyback off what you guys are saying. But Ian from the sports angle is here, so go ahead and talk to him.
All right, it's good. It's good to be here, and yeah, I was hearing about the Ja Morant conversation, and I think he's very similar to Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, all-time great. I will say, Jay Will, what you were talking about the NBA. I mean, the modern NBA, it's just a bunch of people saying, "Hold me back," Hey, hold me back. Hey, I'm gonna throw a punch, but hey, hold me back first. That's really what the NBA is. It's a bunch of soft, overrated. I'm gonna make $40-45 million a year, but I won't put my hands up. I mean, that's really what the NBA is.
I agree.
Oh man! So next, what we're going to talk about is the NBA season as a whole. What we're going to do is basically each one of you guys. I'm going to go to you, and we're gonna talk about like the NBA season. What trades you want to have happen for your teams, and basically how do you think your team is doing overall so far in the season? What improvements need to happen? And we'll go ahead and kick it off with dang, there's multiple Laker fans in here. So we'll go ahead and kick it off with Jay Will, since he's the Warrior fan. Let's go.
I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think we've lost like the last 5 out of 6. Steph hasn't been there the last 3 games. He's back tonight. No Draymond. He's probably gonna be out for another 2 weeks.
Clay's back.
But I like Clay's back. You know what I mean? But it's just been. I think that they're trying to find themselves with Clay in the lineup, and with Steph and Dre in and out. I keep telling Josh this, and I think me and Miss Sharon, we were talking the other night. And I'm just saying how much of an impact Draymond is on this team. I mean, he's really the engine, and there's nobody else on this team right now that's able to do what Draymond does. The offense runs through him. He passes the ball. He sets screens, and no one else is picking up that slack, and it's showing. And losing the last 5 out of 6. But as far as the entire league, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I just overall there's a lot of good teams out there, from Memphis, Dallas, the East. With now Kevin Durant, he's out for a couple of weeks, but I mean, it's some good basketball going on. I'm enjoying it. So I just want to just stay the course. Hopefully, my guys can stay healthy, and make a good push into the playoffs.
I feel it. I feel it. Definitely. All right, we're gonna go to the judge next. Judge, holla at him.
Man, the Lakers is not looking too good for the Lakers at all. I don't know if they're gonna make a move. I really don't know what this franchise.
Oh man, we got 4 Laker fans in here now.
I don't know. Anthony Davis can't stay healthy. LeBron James is 37 years old. Russell Westbrook has not been the player that they thought he would be after they acquired him in a trade. The only option for the Lakers, because you have to look at it this way: LeBron and AD are untouchable; they're not going anywhere. Russell Westbrook, I don't know who would want to pick up that $47 million. Nobody, probably not with the way he's playing. So the only option you have if you're gonna make a trade is THT, most likely. Maybe you go with an Eric Gordon from Houston. Maybe you go with Terrence Ross from Orlando. I mean, those guys can give you some shots. Maybe you might want to take a flyer on THT and send him to one of those teams. I really don't know what direction this Laker franchise can go in, but I mean, they've been in tremendous disarray this season. They have not been able to figure it out. They got a bunch of old players. They need to get younger. They need to get stronger. They need to get faster. They don't play a lick of defense. That's another issue. It's been disgusting to just sit and watch the team. They barely beat Utah last night. They had to fight and claw their way back into the game and get some finishing touches late. But it's very discouraging to see how the Lakers have performed this season. And I mean, that's the only route you can take because you have contracts on this team and it's really hard to move a lot of the pieces.
I completely agree. It's definitely going to be tough. I still believe, though, with the Lakers organization, you guys have the what's the word I'm looking for? The recipe and the veteranship to take you, as long as the core stays healthy, to take you into the playoffs and win when it counts. So until the end of the regular season is done and until the playoffs is over, I'm never counting the Lakers out. But we're going to go ahead and, since there's 4 Laker fans in here now, we're going to go ahead and switch it up, and we're going to go to the sports angle. Go ahead and talk to him.
Well, on record, I don't officially have an NBA team, but I do support the Clippers because, thankfully I'm here in Las Vegas, so I chose not to be a Lakers fan, thankfully. So when it came to the Los Angeles Clippers, they're barely around 500. They'd be in the stupid play-in game. And, if they could trade for a guy like Fred VanVleet, that would be perfect. But unfortunately, they don't have any first-round picks until like 2029. So when it comes to the Clippers organization, they really need to get a good guard. They really need to bring in someone who can actually play that position. But unfortunately, they don't have anything for it. Kawhi's out. Paul George is out, having a great time at the Rams game. So when it comes to the Clippers, I don't really have much positive to say except the fact that they're around the same record as the Lakers. And
I will say this, though.
They're not the worst team in California. That's the only positive I can say.
Right. You do got the Sacramento Kings. But I will say this about the Clippers. Since I do play fantasy basketball, I read an article from Yahoo Sports that said Kawhi is ahead of schedule and could possibly make a return sooner than expected this regular season. Now, to what impact that's going to make, because we all know how Kawhi is during the regular season, I don't know. But, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and go back and shift back to the lovely Laker fan base. So, Rashad, go ahead and talk to him.
I'm sure this is about where our Lakers are right now.
We're basically talking about like how your team is doing, what trades would you like to happen, and since the deadline is coming, obviously, and things of that nature.
I mean, I would love to see Russ gone, but I mean, unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. This team is pretty much strapped. I mean, this is the LeBron effect. Unfortunately, this is definitely the LeBron effect, but I don't see the Lakers going anywhere. If they do make the playoffs, they're going to be a first round out. They did have an impressive win last night against the Jazz. And, Russell you know, that dunk he had last night resembles OKC Russell Westbrook. You know, brought back memories, but I don't see him keeping that up, and I just don't see this team. This team is old. I don't see this team really taking that next step for a championship at all. So I'm just enjoying the ride with the Lakers, and you know, we'll see what we can do this next off season. But as far as right now, it is what it is, man. With this Laker franchise right now.
Chad, why did they check Westbrook up after that dunk? Was it something
Well,
that he
because
said?
Russ was. They said he was taunting, but to me, he wasn't taunting. Oh boy, just got dunked on, Rudy Gobert, and you know, he mean mug, did his little thing, but they teched him. To me, that was ticky tack, but it is what it is.
Petty.
Everybody,
It was a petty
wasn't caring. Nobody cared. Vogel needs to go though. Eventually.
Well, yeah, they say he's on the hot seat.
Yeah, he's on the hot seat.
Yeah, Vogel needs to get up out of there. You know, and along with the LeBron era, I'm over the era. LeBron, so.
But who would you replace him with next season?
I mean, at this point, you really can't, because you're strapped. That's what happens when you have LeBron on your team. You know
how about Luol Deng and Timothy Mozgov?
He gives away all your young assets. All your draft picks. That's what he does. He guts your roster. That's LeBron. So when he leaves, it's gonna be some troubling years for the Lakers, but that's okay. That's gonna be something we need, because we need to replenish the talent on this roster and back on this franchise. So
hey, Rashad.
Right now, we ride with the LeBron James Lakers right now. So,
hey, Rashad. Hey, while he's there, y'all be quiet. Hey, but when he leave, y'all gonna be talking again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man.
For sure.
The one thing I will say before we go to Zarg, because Zarg is going to be my next person I bring up here, because his team is very energetic, and I like watching his team a lot. But the one thing I will say for the fans at home, if you're watching, every time I have asked a Laker fan to speak so far, have you noticed the monotone in there?
Right. It's unheard of.
You wait till you get to me.
There's a standard of excellence that this franchise has had that these fans are used to. So I understand the monotone, but it's just very different to hear. That's all I'm gonna say. But go ahead, Zar. Go ahead.
I mean, they're the Yankees of basketball. So.
Well, funny enough, and I appreciate all the compliments, all that good stuff. It's a long season, but kind of like what Jay Will said about the Warriors, we're on a 4-game losing streak. And 2 of those were blowouts. I mean, yes, we don't have Ball, we don't have Levine, we don't have Caruso. We obviously lost our first, second, and third string power forward, which I think we're actually about to pull off a big trade. And I have a feeling we're going to go get Jeremy Grant from Detroit.
I hope y'all don't get rid of any of the core pieces.
Nah, it's going to either be Kobe White, who is a solid addition off our bench, or Patrick Williams, who is hurt.
Okay, they're understandable.
Right, it won't be no one else.
Mm-hmm.
But with a 4-game losing streak, we're still first in the East, which I didn't realize, that we're still first.
Mm-hmm.
But, as a Bulls fan, I've been waiting for this, new management, new coaches. So I'm happy, but we got to get these guys back, or it's going to slip. We lost 4 in a row. So, other than that, I'm satisfied with the first half. DeRozan's the MVP candidate. I feel Levine is also. They're going to hurt each other in that regard. And, yeah, without Caruso and Ball, you can tell the defense, we've been giving up a lot of points lately. Those 2 dudes are the catalysts. As far as the league, KD, who I think is the best player, was the leading MVP candidate. Now that opens the door for Curry, and then John Morant to sprout his way up in there. I do like Embiid as well, but Philly, I believe, is a 6 seed. He's got to get them a little bit higher, because Embiid will also be at the top of that list as well. So, but good season so far, and it's good. And hey, it is what it is. It's good to see Boston and LA struggling a little bit.
Oh Lord, he had to end it on that note. So what we're gonna do next? Since Miss Sharon said, "Wait till you come to me." We gonna bring some energy back to the Laker fan base. Go ahead, Miss Sharon, talk to him, and then we'll go to Justin after.
All right.
And I'm
okay.
But
Okay,
Dennis,
so I just want to say a second about the Golden State Warriors. Jay Will is right. Draymond is the key. So when Draymond comes back, you're gonna see a different story. I just wanted to mention that with my fellow Spartan. Just had to represent that. But about my Lakers, I sound like a broken record when I talk about my team. This has been my team since 1979. So I love my Lakers. But I didn't want LeBron's ass on the team, no way. And this is the very reason I didn't want him on the team. And it infuriates me every time I'm asked this question and I'm in the room with other Laker fans that I remember saying, oh yeah, we gonna get LeBron, and we gonna do this and we gonna do that, and we ain't doing none of that. I'm trying not to cuss. It's really hard right now because I'm angry. They're destroying the legacy of my team with this dude. Like Adam said, and Rashad said clearly, LeBron brought this team together. Rob Pelinka is nothing but a figurehead. We need to get rid of him. He doesn't know what he's doing. The decisions that he made before Kobe died was Kobe's decision. And since he's been gone, he hasn't been able to do anything right because he doesn't know what he's doing. He never should have been hired anyway. I called that when he was hired originally. So that's one. We need to get rid of Frank Vogel. That's two. Rashad is right. We are strapped. We're strapped with all these old ass players, but they still could be doing better if they didn't forget. It's like they got Alzheimer's or something. They don't forgot how to play defense. The only player that historically did not play a whole lot of defense was Melo. We knew who he was before he got here. Well, what happened to the rest of them? The rest of them know how to play defense. The rest of them used to play defense when they won in the bubble. They had one of the top defenses in the league, and they're still on the team. So what the hell are you doing? I don't understand that. I just don't understand it. And it's like, do you want to win or don't you want to win? Having no energy. They're interviewing LeBron after a game. He's talking about, yeah, you're right. The fans were talking about we don't have any energy and stuff, and it starts with me. It won't happen again. Yes, it is. It's gonna happen again with your old ass. It's gonna happen again. It's going to happen again because he's trying to do. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to do this. Okay, let's save our energy crap because he thinks it's going to work again this season with that. No, because the rest of the West has improved. They ain't playing with y'all. They want to put your ass in the dirt. You better wise up. You don't have time to be laid back and being cool, and then we're going to get in as a 6th and 5th seed, and then we're going to destroy everybody on the way to the chip. That's not going to happen, dude. And it just, the arrogance of him that he thinks this is going to work again drives me crazy. And the last thing I'm going to say very quickly, I'm in several Lakers groups, and I hear all these Lakers stands, that's what I'm going to call them, stands, talking about how, oh, don't worry, everything's going to be all right, and LeBron's going to get us there, like he's some type of savior. Go back. Look in the history of these teams and look to see what the cycle was with LeBron. And you will realize we ain't getting no more chips as long as he's there. So I'm waiting on him to retire. I want him to get out and retire. Now, I've been told he's not going to retire because he wants the glory of playing with his son. Because in his brain, that should just solidify his GOAT status. Because Jordan can't say that he played with his son. Big effing deal. I want a damn chip in the rafters. Go do that stuff. Go back to Cleveland and do that. We don't need you on the Lakers to play with your son. So that's where I'm at. Need to get rid of. I wish we could get rid of his ass. Trade him and AD. Trade them both.
Sharon. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming.
No, nobody's coming. I'm so how mad I am.
The chemistry's not there. That's why they're not winning anything. The chemistry's not there. It's obvious.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask this question.
There was no chemistry before they signed them.
That was a perfect.
I'm sitting up here. I'm in Durham, North Carolina. I work in insurance. I ain't worked a day in the NBA. And I could have told them that this wouldn't be no chemistry. What the hell? I knew it. You mean they didn't know this? I don't understand. How you earning your paycheck? That's what I want to know. Pay me.
Wait, hold on.
Pay
Wait,
me
hold
that.
on. Hold on. I got two things I want to say real quick. You know, Adam, I know you got another segment to do. I got two things to say. First off, Russell Westbrook is by far the worst contract in all the NBA. I don't care if you had an entire team available in the NBA, they still wouldn't take that salary. At $47 million is the worst contract in the NBA. But secondly, Bronny James, if you've seen his stats in high school, are we sure he would even make the NBA? I mean, I understand he might be going to Duke, but I've seen his stats in high school, and I don't even think he's going to make the NBA. I'm just being honest.
Oh no, he'll make it. He'll make it on the strength that he's LeBron James' son. They will bring that boy in the offseason. They will go to the ends of the earth and get the basketball gurus from all over the earth to make him better behind the scenes because they
like right now he's a 4-star recruit, which is good for him. But I mean, he's a 4-star recruit.
He's gonna be in the NBA.
Good story of dad and son playing together potentially.
I'm just saying. I mean, his stats in high school. I don't think he'll make the NBA. I'm just being.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't care if he plays with his son. That is not a big deal to me. I don't care. It means nothing to me.
All right, go ahead, Justin, and then we'll go to Dennis.
All right.
Well, I will not say my catchphrase for the Lakers.
No one's coming.
I won't say that.
Nobody's
because I don't think they're as bad as my football team. I'll say that. I don't think it's that bad. To be honest, I don't think it's that bad. And I agree with a lot of what people say. I don't have as much disdain for LeBron as Miss Sharon. I mean, I'm not on that level, but I mean, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But I do think, though, that we won't make a trade. I don't think the Lakers are going to make a trade because there's nothing. Nobody wants Westbrook. I personally, and I've said this before, I don't think he is the biggest problem the Lakers have. I don't think Westbrook is the biggest problem.
He's not.
There's plenty of other problems to go around.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, I don't think they're going to go far. I think it may be a playoff push, but just the way they're playing, man. I'll put it this way: I'm coaching, right? I'm coaching another basketball team, and they're basically playing like the Lakers. Like we're getting blown out. Parents are yelling at me. There's a lot of bad stuff going on. Like, man, and we got one LeBron on the team. And we got some good players, but man, it's bad. It's like no chemistry and everything. So I feel like I'm watching the Lakers play when I watch these 7 and 8 year olds play, and it's bad. It's bad.
You said you got fans yelling at you?
No, I got no. I got parents. I got parents upset with me. You know,
it's crazy.
I don't know why you signed your kid up for basketball, but whatever. You know, it's your fault.
Man.
But anywho, everything else I do like. I do like watching Ja Morant. I do like watching other teams. I do like how the NBA is going. I'm a little wondering about how All-Star Weekend is going to go, more so pandemic style. I wonder if they're going to do the same thing as before. But, yeah, as for my team, yeah, I won't say nobody's coming. I think they will make a trade, but it won't be the trade we need, and I don't think Westbrook is going anywhere. He's here to stay. LeBron's here to stay. Everybody's going to stay. Everybody's going to stay and play until we can't play no more.
Oh, man. So I can think after getting all 4 Lakers in, after I bring in Dennis, because Dennis, you're about to speak here in a second. But I will say, after hearing all Laker fans speak, I get the consensus is everyone's fed up. That's the consensus that I'm getting. In their own different ways, everyone's fed up. But Dennis.
Hey Adam. In the future, man, when we do this type of shit, man, spread that shit out. That was just too much Lakers shit, man. Spread it out. You know,
You tried.
that was too much, man. I got my ears hurt.
I tried, Jay. Well, I tried. We need more diversity. But go ahead, Dennis. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna say to answer the sports angle, Bronny James will be in the NBA. As of right now, he don't look like he'll be a lottery pick. But he will be in the NBA.
That's what I said.
You'll see his growth from him in high school now to him going to college and playing that 1 year, and then to him going to the NBA. You'll see the growth of it.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think he's ranked like 40th in his recruiting class. Like
30. I think it's 30. I think it's 34.
34.
He's 34, and DeJuan Wagner Jr. is number 1.
Right. But my point is like I've seen his high school stats and they're not like eye popping. Like I haven't seen like his stats aren't things that make me go, I got to make sure that he's gonna go to the NBA.
Be all right.
But you did hear what I said though, right? Right, Ian.
They're gonna make it. They're gonna make it
because he is LeBron's son.
Yeah,
that's gonna add a lot of leverage.
Nobody can trump that.
Dennis, what you want happen in Philly though? Dennis, what do you want to have happen in Philly? Talk to the people.
I'm telling you, I'm so frustrated about this thing. I just want them to trade Ben Simmons before February 10th. I'm not asking for a big superstar player. I am asking for some draft picks though, because I need draft capital so I can draft either DeJuan Wagner Jr. or I could draft Paolo, who plays for Duke right now, number 5 for Duke. All right, I need some draft capital. So I really want to trade him to OKC and see if I can get Josh Giddey, but I doubt if OKC give me Josh Giddey and some picks. I highly doubt it. But yeah, he got to go. Like all I keep hearing is the same story. Like, oh, him and Del Morey, they went out and they had a lunch, and Rich Paul had a Cobb salad. Give a damn about his Cobb salad. What time is Ben Simmons going?
Cobb these nuts.
Damn about no Cobb salad. I ain't here for no Cobb salad. I'm here to get my team better. I got a 3-year window left with Joel Embiid. That's all I got. This is one of the 3 years I got left with Joel Embiid. And then it's 2 after that. If we waste this year, what it look like we're going to do, we're going to end up being 1 and done in the playoffs. That means only 2 left.
Hey, just trade him to Denver already. Just get it over with.
Oh, Lord. So, Dennis seems frustrated with the Philly situation. So, to kind of close out the NBA segment before we transition into the NFL, for those out there watching, I am a Portland Trailblazer fan, but because of the fact that Dame is hurt and no one's coming, CJ had a collapsed lung, and to steal Justin's phrase, ain't nobody coming to Portland. So that's why we're not.
CJ played the other night.
Oh well, he bounced it back. But he had.
Dame got to get out of there. He got to get out of there.
He had a collapse lung. I'm not hoping for much for CJ. Dame got to go. I want
him to Boston, man.
I
want
want Dame to live a prosperous NBA career. Let the man win a ring. I don't care where he goes as long as he's a contender. But at this point, let the man win a ring. It seems that the franchise of Portland is not in the direction or wants to go into the direction of winning an NBA championship. So we're just here just to be here and be a part of the club. So yeah, that's what it is right now in Portland. And it's one more time to steal Justin's catchphrase: no one's coming. But
nobody's coming.
Come to Boston, my friend. But to send Damian Lillard, put him down to Boston, get Jaylen Brown and a couple of draft picks in return.
That'll hurt Jaylen Brown. Then Jaylen Brown.
Hey, let me say this. Let me say this though to Double A, and Double A. When I say this to you, I don't want you to be mad at me. The Portland Trailblazer window is gone. I just wanted to let you know that their window is gone. It's time for a rebuild. I don't know if you're gonna stick around through the rebuild once they get rid of everybody. I don't know.
I don't think Dame will ever win a title.
No,
if he
he'll win the title.
Hold on, that's what we're not gonna do.
That's what we gonna do.
We are not taking Dame.
That's
Dame,
what
Dame
I ain't gonna do.
Dame gonna end up like AI.
No, Dame is gonna leave.
No. Everybody say go over here. Wait a minute.
He's not going to win.
I love AI.
He's not going to win in Portland, but here's the thing with Dame. He's too loyal.
Yeah, he is too loyal.
He not going to win a title, bro.
Damn, I ain't never known.
Or if
I
he
ain't never
does
known
win,
being too loyal was a bad thing.
or if he does win, he'll be like Clyde Drexler, and that's going to another team and being pretty much a 1A, 1B.
Right.
He'll win if he leaves Portland.
Oh no, he was a number 2. Clyde Drexler was a number 2. And he wasn't no damn 1A or 1B. He was a number 2.
Well, in case of y'all
Hakeem the Dream was the number 1. There is no second guessing that. There is no. Hey, I think Clyde was number. No, Clyde wasn't over there. He was number 2. All right.
Clearly.
In case y'all didn't know, Dame is out for 5 to 6 weeks with the abdominal injury that he had surgery on. So Portland's season, long story short, is down to 2. But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and transition to something positive and talk about the NFL. So Zara, go ahead and throw up the next slide, please.
Well, they only 2 behind the Lakers. They're only 2 games back.
All right, so this is a hot one. This
a bit.
Oh, hell no. Nah.
This one's a hot one. This one took me a minute to think of. And we're going to do start, bench, or cut. As you can see the image, we got Russell Wilson. We got the legendary Steve McNair, rest in peace. And then we got Donovan McNabb. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hand the ball off to our guest of honor, the judge. Who you starting, who you benching, and who you cutting?
Oh, you know what? This one is tough because I like all 3.
I do too.
It's really, really tough for me. I'm gonna have to go with Russell Westbrook. I'm gonna have to start. I mean, Russell Westbrook. I'm still stuck on the Lakers. I'm still.
It's all good.
That's unfortunate.
Russell Wilson. I'm gonna have to start him. He's won a Super Bowl. I know he's had a down year. A lot of that has to do with the fact that he's disgruntled. He wants out. But I mean, when he's on his game, and if he ends up in a different environment, he can go back to looking like that Russell Wilson that we're accustomed to seeing. I like him to start. To bench, it's got to be Steve McNair. I watched Steve McNair's career, and he was an amazing quarterback in Tennessee. He can do it all. He can hurt you in so many ways with his arm and his feet. I liked him a lot. And then, of course, to cut, I'm at to cut Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb was one of my favorites too, but I'm sorry, brother, I gotta cut you.
I respect it. That's exactly where I'm going with it. So just to sum up what he said, so I don't have to speak. That's exactly the direction I'm going with it. So next, to hand off the ball, we're gonna go to Czar. Czar, who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cut?
I'm starting Steve McNair. I'm benching Russell Wilson, and Romo's baby can get cut.
Oh man, he took a shot. Oh man. Oh
okay.
Oh Lord. All right. So next up after that shot, we're gonna hand the ball off to Mr. Nobody's Coming. Justin, who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting?
Oh man.
I know you want Russell to come, so I know you taking Russell.
Yo. For sure, I'm taking Russell to start, but I do want to say, I don't know, man. I be feeling for Steve McNair because me and my wife did a rap song and I said something about him. I was like, "Ooh, side piece killed McNair," and I was like, "Oh," I thought about that because I feel for that situation, but should have stayed with his day one. All right. Anyway, I'm going to say Russell Wilson to start with. You know what, man? I feel like McNair, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like McNair wasn't getting hurt as much as Donovan McNabb.
I don't know about that. I'm a little too young for that one, so you're gonna have to ask somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, well, we the same age, Adam. So I'm thinking from what I do remember,
McNair was just better.
Tapes and stuff. He wasn't getting hurt like that.
Steve McNair was better.
Yeah.
Donovan McNabb dealt with some injuries.
But
and hydration.
I'm thinking about durability. Yeah. I think from what I've heard about McNair, he was just more durable than McNabb. But McNabb still had his high points. I'll go ahead and say bench McNair and cut McNabb because he'll give his job away to Michael Vick or something. So I don't know.
Damn, there is no love for Donovan McNabb so far from the panel that I've been going through.
Only one person ain't gonna cut him.
Oh yeah, well yeah. With that being said, we might as well go to him. Ignorant Thinker Podcast. Talk to him. Who you starting? Who you bitching? Who you cut?
He gonna start McNabb.
Dennis, are you there?
I actually started Steve McNair.
Oh, okay.
Steve McNair is the best quarterback on his joint.
Wow.
Got that right.
I'm benching Donovan McNabb and I'm cutting Russell Wilson.
Damn, everybody's confused Russell Westbrook with Russell Wilson. Damn. All right, so Jay Will, talk to him. Who you starting? Who you bitching? Who you cut?
Man, I got to go with my man Eric McNair. What a hell of a quarterback, man. I love watching him play. So I'm definitely gonna start Eric McNair, and I'm gonna bench Russell Wilson, keep him as a backup. And I have a lot of love for McNabb, but he's got to go.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Everybody seems to be cutting McNabb. Everybody.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Man. All right, Sports Angle. Who you starting? Who you bitching? Who you cut?
Yeah, I'm glad you went with me. I got to do a show in 2 minutes. Okay, so Steve McNair, I'm starting him. Absolute beast, one of the greatest quarterbacks that most people don't talk about. In terms of benching, I'm going to go with Donovan McNabb. I mean, I understand he's had those injury issues, but when it comes to coming off the bench, him only playing maybe 4 or 5 downs in the entire season, I'm going to go with Donovan McNabb. And then when it comes to cutting one, I'm going to go easy, Russell Wilson. Or as everybody in this whole entire thing has been saying, Russell Westbrook. So I'm cutting Russell Westbrook. I'm benching Donovan McNabb and Eric McNair, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the 90s. I'm starting him.
Damn. Oh, that's shots fired. Give Sierra's husband some love. Anyway, we gonna go ahead and go to Rashad. Rashad, who you start? Who you bitch? Who you cut?
Man, I'm starting Russell Wilson. I'm benching McNabb and I'm cutting McNair.
Whoa, we got somebody who actually cut Steve McNair. I think that was the first time I heard that since we have been around. You care to explain why you cut McNair, Rashad?
That's just how I feel. I like McNair. Growing up. I watched him play, but I mean, overall, career-wise, for me, I like McNabb better. So
Okay.
I'm going with Russell as my number 1, and my number 2, McNabb, and then 3, McNair.
All right.
McNair shouldn't have cut his wife.
Oh Lord. All right. Anyway.
Oh, come on.
All right. So with that being said, we don't condone the comments made by Justin. They belong to him and him himself. Anyway, Miss Sharon, go ahead and talk to people. Who you starting? Who you bitching? Who you cutting? Lord have mercy.
Horrible.
Well, the answer is no. I'm kidding. I was torn between Wilson and McNair, which one I would start, and you could really start either one of them and do just fine. But I just like Russell Wilson better, so I'm going to start Russell Wilson, and I'm
He's a
going to
wholesome
bench
man.
He's a wholesome man.
Yeah, I'm going to bring McNair in off the bench. But I'm definitely going to cut Donovan McNabb because I don't like him at all as a player. I felt like he never was tough enough.
Damn. The shots just being on fire at this man. He had a Campbell soup commercial, y'all. Anyway, we have
care about that commercial.
Hey, whatever y'all do, don't ask punk ass Terrell.
Oh man, that's a whole different show. Jay will gonna have about him. I see Donovan graced us with his presence. I appreciate you.
Man.
Thank you for being
on. Man, Donovan, I wish you were here a minute ago when we were talking about the Lakers, man.
Oh no, that would have been 5 Laker fans. No.
I needed your backup.
No, that would have been 5 Laker fans. We don't need to go there. Anyway,
I can say this about the Lakers, man. You're only as good as your last game. That's all I can say, man.
We just beat a good team finally.
Donovan, who you starting, who you bitching, and who you cutting out of that graphic? And then we'll move on to the next topic.
So who is it?
Pellegrino Don.
It was
It was Russell Wilson. It was Steve McNair and Donovan McNabb.
Whew. I know Donovan has my name, but he's gonna have to go, bro.
Damn,
you know,
I think I'm gonna start McNair, and then I'm a bench Wilson, and
there you go.
McNabb gotta go.
Deal with that.
I like it.
As long as McNabb is gone.
All right, Czar. What's the next topic?
So yeah, man, we're gonna get into this. You know what I mean? It's going down, baby.
Next topic. All right, so nobody's confused about what this topic means. I had to ask, we had to have
shit, y'all not the fuck right, yo. Y'all not the fuck right.
We had to have a conversation before the show started about what this specific topic means, and what this topic means is
they're not the fuck right.
Who balls out during the regular season? It could be an individual or a team, and who chokes during the playoffs.
Shit!
Any sport too.
Any sport whatsoever. It could be golf. It could be badminton, basketball. It could
be cricket.
So, with that being said, Dennis, go ahead and holler at him. Who's balls out there in the regular season? Who chokes during the playoffs? I feel like shots are going to be fired here. Oh, Lord have mercy.
You know what? I'm going to say it because everybody is so fucking in love with him. Tony Romo. That's who the fuck it is. Tony fucking Romo. Everybody's so fucking in love with him. Fuck Tony Romo.
He's mad because McNabb got trashed the last meeting.
No, I'm not. I'm mad because the way y'all talk shit about Dak Prescott. I ain't worried about McNabb.
Oh, you mean Rashad? I ain't never talked shit about Dak.
I said Romo's better,
but Rashawn be trashing Dak. I don't trash Dak.
Yeah, see, you think Romo's better, so you want to
he's better, but I still like Dak.
Yeah, he ain't shit.
Oh Lord! All right, so we got one vote for Tony Romo from the Indian Thinker. Rashad, who comes to mind for you?
Oh man, I hate. I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna shit on somebody's squad right now.
No, man, go ahead and say that shit. No, but don't you hold back, bro. Don't you hold that, man. Say that. Say that.
Yeah, come on, Rashad, say that.
Say that.
Hey, I hate to do it, but hey, bro, them Cowboys, bro.
Last I checked, Aaron Rodgers is 1-5 in championship.
Hey, y'all ain't even made it to the.
It don't matter. You one chip. Y'all ain't done shit either, homie.
It don't matter. You love Aaron Rodgers, though.
Let alone.
Take a shot on my team. I'm coming right back.
You can't talk about him too bad.
I hate to say it, but all we heard all year was how great they were, and what went wrong, what can go wrong, went wrong. And I'm sorry.
Hey, Rashad, we had a conversation about this.
Yeah, hey, when y'all got Mike McCarthy, I told y'all. Dude, that's what he does. He's all in pressure situations, he folds completely. And unfortunately, it don't seem like you guys were prepared. And as talented as Dallas is every year, it just seems like when they get to the big stage, they choke, man. They choke. And it's as simple as just a regular playoff game. Just winning one playoff game. You guys were, to me, more talented than San Fran. But San Fran was better coach. And that's what matters. And you know. And I told Jay I take Shanahan over McCarthy any day of the week. And I know McCarthy don't want a title with Aaron Rodgers.
Only thing we got better than San Fran is a quarterback. No, that's it.
Y'all got wide receivers better.
Y'all wide receivers.
Debo's the best wide receiver on the field.
Yeah, I said wide receivers with that.
But I mean Kittle
as a group.
Kittle and
Debo wide receivers. I didn't say that.
They're still pass catchers.
No, I didn't say that. I said wide receivers.
I'm saying that.
I made sure I didn't say tight end. I didn't make sure I didn't say tight end. I didn't want you to say that.
They still got the better pass catchers.
I was not, but here's the thing: did I pick did I ultimately pick Dallas to win? I went back
You
and
pick
forth.
off of hate though.
I did, but I didn't expect Dallas to lay that kind of an egg at home, and they did. And hey,
it's all good.
That's
we
what
got
happened.
5.
All right, so with that, I'm gonna let him get his comeuppance. King Czar, go ahead and talk to him. Who's somebody who balls or team that balled during the regular season chokes during playoffs?
Well, see, that's the thing. It depends on your definition. So, are we talking rings? Because like Green Bay, yeah, they're successful in the playoffs. I'm not picking them. That's not why I'm saying it. But when I mentioned them to take a shot back every shot, they do win some playoff games. Because I would say the Buffalo Bills, they went to 4 straight Super Bowls and went on 4. They did make it 4 straight years, but still,
Bills fans mad.
I don't know if I'm proud to say I went to 4 bowls and I didn't get one of them. So for me, and then
you know what their comeback is? It'll never be done again. I don't think nobody else want to do that shit. To be honest with you,
who the fuck want to go?
right.
But they'll say that's history right there. It'll never be done again. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
Right.
Well, if we get past Frisco this weekend and choke in the NFC title game again, that it will be the Buffalo Bills at NFC Championship games.
I got y'all winning the bowl. By the
way, you're right now, y'all the Philadelphia Eagles at NFC Championship games.
Right.
Even before Dallas lost, I had Green Bay winning the bowl, and so everybody knows that. Just for what it's worth. But yeah, I got
I'm just letting you know. And Double A, y'all better not come sit on this couch with us this week.
I'm gonna mute your mic in a second. I'm gonna mute your mic.
You better not.
I'm gonna mute your mic. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the guest of honor. Who do you got as who balls during the regular season and who chokes during the playoffs, Judge?
Well, I was born and raised here in Southern California, and I want to pick a team first to start off. and I think you guys probably get a hint. It's the Dodgers.
Woo! Thank you.
Applesauce every time during October. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's postseason anxiety. I really can't put my finger on it, but it happens every year. In terms of a player, as much as I like him, and some of y'all might disagree with this, but I gotta go with Chris Paul. I mean, Chris Paul is probably the most agonizing and frustrating player in generation.
You hit the nail on the head with that one.
You know what? He will play well for roughly 90% of the game, and then when crunch time hits, he just disappears and he chokes, or he makes one critical mistake in the game that changes the whole complexion of the game. We see it all the time with Chris Paul, and his numbers are impressive, but he can never finish the job. And when the game is on the line, that's when he chokes. His choke jobs are a cautionary tale every season, and it just happens too often. And I really like Chris Paul, but that's why he hasn't won a championship yet, because he continues to choke in big moments and he folds under pressure.
Ooh, I first and foremost, I love your take. Judge.
Thank you so much.
Especially, I want to shout out your Dodger take. Your Dodger take was phenomenal. I just want to shout that out because
says the team that put y'all ass out.
You just a hater. You just a hater, Adam.
Right.
We already know about you.
The team that choked in the playoffs, but they choked y'all ass out first.
Didn't the Dodgers win? Wait a minute. Didn't the Dodgers win a World Series not long ago?
They did in the pandemic year.
It don't matter, bro. Like they still won.
Hey, look, I'm a Dodger fan.
They won.
I'm
a Dodger fan. It don't matter if it was a pandemic year. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. And like I said before, like I've written in several articles, you shouldn't put an asterisk next to it because they you only play what's given to you.
It's all about the bag.
You only play the games on the schedule.
It's all about SF. So y'all only won because of an umpire. But anyway, we're not going to get into that topic.
Right. We choked y'all asses out.
That's right. You tell them, Rashad.
Right.
I'm going to mute your mic, Rashad. Ms. Sharon, go ahead. Who chokes during the playoffs? Who balls during the regular season?
Well, The special guest hit the nail on the head with Chris Paul. Oh my gosh. I tell you, you really impressed me today. I like you already. But I got another one ready. And Donovan probably knows who I'm gonna say because I talk about him all the time. But it's the gnarly beard, James Harden. That's who. James Harden.
That was mine.
James Harden ball all season, get in the playoffs, forget how to play. He don't know how to. He can't do nothing. He just chokes. He freezes up, standing around. If you watch footage, you'll see him just standing in the backcourt, just standing there while the rest of his team is fighting for position and fighting to play to defend the other team. He's sitting, chilling out at the basket, not doing anything with his fat self. I swear to God, I can't stand that dude. He is so overrated with the fake MVP winning self. Shouldn't have won the MVP when he got it. They gave it to him because they felt sorry for him, and so they gave it to him. That's all that was.
Shit, hold on, tell about you ain't right. I wasn't expecting that. That came out of left field. Oh shit. Oh man.
What? What did I say? Did I lie?
No, you didn't.
Did not lie whatsoever.
Oh man,
God damn.
I love.
I mean, he's horrible, man. He's horrible.
Oh, Lord.
No, I got more to say, but I'm not gonna say it all. But I got more to say. But yeah, he ain't gonna win. The Nets ain't gonna win. You know, everybody want to talk about the Nets gonna win. Nets not gonna win because James Harden is there. When he went there, I said they won't win now, and they won't.
Hey yo, oh man, that was
win with them.
I'm not supposed to be biased, but I think that was the best take so far. Donovan, go ahead. Go ahead.
You can.
Wow, there's so many players, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go old school basketball. Well, not old school basketball, but I mean, I would probably have to say Patrick Ewing, man. I would on there.
That one too.
I had to put Patrick Ewing. He just never got over the hump. I know a lot of them was the Jordan years. And
I was going to say that.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he had opportunities. San Antonio, he had the 2 years when Jordan was out, couldn't get over the hump, man.
That was
and went there. So I would definitely have to say Patrick Ewing, and then that would be probably my first one. And then also too, I mean, you could also put Karl Malone in the same boat.
See, Donovan, I don't blame none of those dudes. They went up against the GOAT, man. Unfortunately, that's just I give them a pass. Ain't nobody beating that dude.
Yeah, but like I said, they were before the GOAT was even there. Like they still were a viable playoff team.
No, they came around the same time.
Yeah, Barkley was in the same draft before the Bulls had their run.
I hear you.
Yeah, so I would put those two. And as far as team, I would actually take the Dodgers off that list. To be quite honest,
Donovan.
Well, because they won. They just fucking won 2 years ago.
We just won. Y'all ain't won shit in like 7 years.
Y'all choked, Adam.
God, and we choked y'all out last year.
Best record all year and choked.
Thank you, Donovan, for being unbiased.
I want to talk about my team.
And then you would have to put the Buffalo Bills there until they win the Super Bowl.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. I mean,
one of the Super Bowl 4 straight years and losing in all 4 tries. Yes.
Yeah, you got to see that Buffalo.
And what about Butler? The Butler basketball team, they lost twice back-to-back years.
I would say that, but
they're not Cinderella really, though.
Yeah, but they're not really a perennial like top 25 like powerhouse team from a big conference. So
they're not.
I would say they actually overachieved. Mm-hmm. And they actually didn't choke to get to that point. So
one more. How about the Texas Rangers? Back-to-back years.
Woo.
I would argue on. I would agree with you on that one, to be quite honest. But yeah.
What about the Royals?
Well, they won. They got over the hump. They won.
They beat my damn Mets.
They won that second year.
They went back to back.
But you put the Dodgers on there. Why can't I put the Royals on there?
Let me.
On there?
Let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you this. Would you put Dan Marino on that list?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a fair argument. That's a fair
No, I would not. I wouldn't.
Under the narrative that we
got to the Super Bowl.
You know
just
why?
didn't
He's
win.
got every damn
No, but wait a minute.
No, he went to one Super Bowl.
Yeah, he got one.
Y'all know my favorite saying.
He never went
What
back.
was the question? The question was, who balls out in the regular season and chokes in the playoffs? He didn't choke.
Marino. Yeah,
His
he did.
team did. His
Yeah,
team
but-
always failed him. It wasn't his fault that he never won.
Well, I guess
never
Dennis
his
need to
fault.
take
Dolphins had
Romo
a
off his
premier
list.
defense. They would have won a Super Bowl.
I guess Dennis need to take Romo off his list.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you, that's the reason why Dan Marino
No,
is
she said
always
Marino didn't
listed.
choke. She said his
That's the
team
reason
did.
why Dan Marino is always listed in the top 10 quarterbacks of all time, even though he's never won a Super Bowl, because it's never been his fault. It was never on him.
Yo, Dennis's face when
So-
he said,
So you need to take Romo off your list. It wasn't Romo. It was the team.
"Oh, yo, Justin."
Well, I'm not talking about Romo. I'm talking about Dan.
Hey, hold on. With them terrible defenses that we
Hold
had.
up.
Hold
So
up.
the
Wait
team,
a minute.
so the team had that greasy ass football. That was the team fault.
You had one play.
That was the team. That was the team that threw that interception
You call
against the
that a
Giants.
choke? That's funny.
Oh wait, hold up. That was the team that threw that interception against the Giants.
Marino threw interceptions in the playoffs?
Right now we talking about Romo. Dan, we
No,
talking about
we
Dan
were
Marino.
talking
We
about
talking
Marino.
Romo. We talking about Romo. You want to keep bringing Romo up as if he the fuck good. He ain't shit. I'm bringing Romo up.
McNabb's
He ain't
ass
even the
couldn't
best quarterback. He ain't even the best quarterback in Dallas. Y'all keep bringing him up like he did something else.
McNabb couldn't even play in the Super Bowl. His own teammates shitted on him.
McNabb is the best quarterback in Philadelphia history.
No, Cunningham is.
Time out.
He is not. It's McNabb.
We're not
Randall
going
Cunningham.
No, hey, Nick Foles is.
We're not going down that road.
Nick Foles got the statue.
Justin, go ahead. Stick to the topic. Who balls out during the regular season? Who chokes during the playoffs?
Yeah, if you don't choke,
Me and
I
Miss
would
Sharon
put him
agree
on
the
there.
same person. Is Harden.
Harden.
I agree with Miss Sharon. It's Harden. Yeah.
I feel it.
Why you ain't
Right,
say
right here, Justin.
Why you ain't say somebody
here.
else?
That's
Why
who
you
he
ain't say
picked.
somebody else?
I
Nobody's
didn't
coming.
want to say nobody else. I didn't want to say nobody else.
J. Will, go ahead then. J. Will, go ahead.
Oh man. Yeah,
I feel like I know where this is going, but
nah.
Be some
I
shade.
gotta. I'm a rock with the Teflon Sharon and that James Harden, man. That motherfucker, boy, I tell you. I mean, he shoots the lights out. Between him and my man Jonathan saying Chris Paul, or did Jonathan say Chris Paul? Yeah.
Yep.
But between Harden and Chris Paul, them dudes
That was
ball out.
my
But I will say though, Chris Paul does show up in the playoffs. He just can't get over that hump. But James Harden, man, it's horrible for him. I mean, but he hasn't really played that great in the last couple of years. But yeah, I got to go with James Harden.
Well, Chris Paul shows up
Then they
in
won-
the
then they won.
playoffs until he gets hurt.
Right.
Because he's
Can I
hurt
ask a
damn near
question?
every
Why
single
is it?
playoff
Can I ask a
series.
question?
Yeah.
Why isn't Steve Nash in this conversation? I just want to know.
Yeah, I haven't went yet, Dennis. I haven't went yet.
I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you gonna bring up James Harden? You got to bring Steve
young
Nash
for
too.
that, Adam.
Huh?
Well, I mean, we can't
Too
get
young.
everybody. We can't get everybody. I mean, I can give you a list, right?
Yeah. Since it's
I know
my
here
somebody
all
else
day.
you want to add on that list, but I ain't gonna say his name.
since it's my turn now, I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay.
Dennis kind of took one, but luckily I took one of mine. But I luckily have a backup plan. Number one backup plan I have on mine is I don't know if y'all remember, but when Carmelo Anthony was a part of the Denver Nuggets, he looked like he couldn't get over that hump either. So I'm putting Carmelo
And
Anthony.
New York.
Okay.
And in
so
New York.
Don't
so
worry.
wait a minute. I just
good
gotta
one.
ask you: is you gonna put somebody else on that list?
Am I gonna put who?
Yeah, no, don't ask who. You don't got but one real team. Is you gonna put somebody else on that list? Don't look all stupid now. Is you gonna put somebody else on that list? Don't fall out the camera, Adam. Let's go. Double A.
He sound like an owl.
Who? I don't know nobody else.
Dame.
I'm not.
Thank
No. Anyway, the second person I'm putting on that list is like Dennis said, which was Steve Nash, and the actual team that I'm putting on this list. Unfortunately, it's been mentioned. I love and respect this team, but Dennis kind of mentioned this earlier. Is the Buffalo Bills? Being supported.
No, wait, hold on, time out. I'm sorry to cut you off again. You got another team you put on that list. They wear red and black.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go there. All right, Dennis, I'll do it for you.
But they don't go to the playoffs all the time.
The team that I'm putting on is the Atlanta Falcons. You're gonna choke a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. You have shit sense. You got a trash quarterback in Matt Ryan who you just need to give up.
Trash organization.
A trash organization. Your window has closed. Julio has left.
The window broke.
Julio,
nobody's coming
when he was there.
In the words of Justin,
nobody's coming.
And that window is boarded up.
In the words of Justin, no one is coming.
Let me put Julio Jones on my list. Julio Jones is number 3. How about that?
Wait a minute. Julio showed up in the playoffs. That was
I don't think Julio. Hey, Sharon, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Julio Jones makes it over another person that I know you would say. I know somebody else that would be number 3 before Julio.
Who?
You know who? Don't be looking at me like we argue about this guy all the time. You know who?
No, because he did not choke in the playoffs.
Who are you talking about?
He did not choke in the playoffs.
It's a secret conversation.
What? Man.
Jake,
I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't smoke crack. I don't
We
smoke
ain't talking
crack.
to Jake. We ain't talking to
I
Jake.
don't know what you're talking about, Jake.
Man, tell Jake come on the show. We don't address Jake. I don't address Jake until he get on the show. Who was you talking about, Sharon?
Who are you talking about?
No. Who are you talking about, Sharon? Don't shoot the question back to me. Who are you talking about, Sharon?
Secret. Why is it brought up if you can't say the name?
No, because I think she's talking about somebody else.
That's what I say.
Say the name.
Who would I say?
Yeah, I know. Can you say
There's only one person that she hates more than Julio Jones. Y'all sitting around here like y'all don't know.
We got to know. We got to move on. Come on, y'all.
I don't know who it is.
Just say the name.
Are they in the NFL then?
Chris Webber. Since everybody would have had crazy. Chris Webber.
I'm thinking NFL.
Chris Webber. Since everybody on here would have had crazy. Like if I said the Sacramento Kings, she wouldn't snap. Now y'all gonna stop this bullshit here. This is all gonna stop. Jonathan, I'll give you the badge, Jonathan. You ain't been around. But everybody else in here, they know.
They know.
If I'd have said Chris Webber, he'd have been number 2.
Let me explain, Dennis, why I did not say Chris Webber. Because the question was talking about regular season versus playoffs, and Chris wasn't in the playoffs that much. Very little.
He was in a jail. He went to the
He wasn't in there that much.
He got cheated
Calm
one
down,
year.
Czar. I said he wasn't in there.
He got cheated one year from a ring, though.
I don't care about all that. I'm saying he wasn't there enough for him to come to my mind. Okay. So that's the only reason why I didn't say him.
Was Julio in the playoffs a lot?
You are
No.
Was Julio in the playoffs a lot?
No, not really. No, he wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Dennis, go ahead.
I think Webber been in the playoffs more than Julio.
What does that have to do?
She never said
Julio.
Julio.
You just said.
I did not. I was playing Czar because somebody said something about Julio.
King of Sacramento.
That my answer.
Thank you, OG. Thank you, King of Sacramento. That's what I should have said.
Dennis, go ahead.
That would have ignited all the fire.
You know what? He can be the King of Sacramento. Who cares? That's Sacramento.
Just in a fire lit.
All right, Czar, go ahead. What's the next topic, Czar?
Well, let's go ahead and get to it.
Oh, that was hot. I knew that was going to be hot. I told you it was going to be hot. All right, so obviously we got the NFL divisional rounds of the playoffs. We got obviously also too. You got some fans that are hurt from last week's result. We're not going to go into last week because I'm the type of host that likes to think forward and only think in the future. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the divisional rounds that are coming up. We got the
Fuck that.
We got the Cincinnati. We got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Tennessee Titans. We got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills. We got the Green Bay Packers versus the 49ers, which I think, not to be biased, is going to probably be the best matchup in this whole divisional round. But then anyway, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the LA Rams. So I want each panelist to talk about, if you want to, you can talk about the past. I'm going to open the floor for you to talk about the past if you want to. Or you can talk about what's going on ahead in the divisional rounds. Donovan, go ahead. I'm going to kick it off at you.
Brief. I just want to give a shout out to my Raiders for weathering the storm through this whole season. They showed out well. I mean, there was a couple unfortunate calls we got, but you can't really blame the refs. But they did pretty well, man. They did pretty well. But just moving along to just the divisional round, I would definitely. I think the best game is that Chiefs and the Chiefs and Bills for sure. I think the Chiefs, they ran up the score on Pittsburgh just to show the Bills that they can score as well. And so this was all like a preview for the next game. So, I mean, I got that being the best game. And with that, I'm going to go with my AFC West, and I'm going to go with the Chiefs in a close one. I think whoever had the home field advantage now one wins this game, and I think the Chiefs win it because they're at home. As far as the Titans and the Bengals, I think as far as just the teams and overall matchups, I think all these this is a good matchup and it'll be a close game. But I got the Bengals. I got Joe Burrow. I'll doing Ryan Tannehill in this game, even though they're getting Derrick Henry back. But I don't feel like he's that acclimated into the offense yet to actually make a severe impact. So I got the Bengals winning that one. Jay's 49ers against Josh's Packers. That's going to be a close one, but I think the home team wins this one. I got Green Bay winning slightly over the 49ers. And then the Bucs and the Rams. I'm going to have to say it, and I really don't want to say it, but I think the Rams are going to win. I think the loss of Tristan Wirfs, that's going to be very impactful, and they're going to get to Brady and they're going to hit him. Just like Sharon said, the way to beat Brady is you hit him. And I think the Rams are going to do that. And then I think they're just going to control the clock, and it's going to be a very low scoring game. So I think the Bucs defense will keep a minute, but I got the Rams slightly winning this one.
Got you. All right, so next, just because he has some arrangements you got to get to, Jonathan Judge, go ahead and talk to him.
NFL playoffs, baby, let's go. So to me, the most intriguing matchup is I'm gonna go with Donovan here with the most intriguing matchup, and I think that's the Chiefs and the Bills. I mean, both of these teams have high flying offenses, so they could put up some points. But you got to realize, too, Buffalo has a top-ranked defense, especially that secondary. I like their secondary. Did you guys all see what Micah Hyde did? That was some incredible catch that he made to pick off the football in that game, and I feel like that made all the difference in that game. I got to go with Buffalo. If Josh Allen has the performance that he did last week, I think they could – grind this victory out and beat the Chiefs. I just like the Bills. And then for the Rams and the Bucs, I like the Rams. Let's remember what the Rams did in week 3 against Tampa Bay. Now I know this is different. This is the playoffs. It's a different feel. Tom Brady is Tom Brady. But these two teams, they know each other better. They played each other. They know each other. But if you put pressure on Tom Brady, which I think that Rams defense can, then I got to go with the Rams to win that game. I like the Bengals. I think the Bengals will pull it off against the Titans, only because you can't bet against Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is having the time of his life right now. He's emerging into a top-tier quarterback in this league. I like what he's done. And then Jamar Chase, you just can't say enough about him. He's an explosive wide receiver. He's become a stud. So I like the Bengals over the Titans. And Green Bay. It's going to be cold. It's not going to be easy for the 49ers. The 49ers, they like to pound the ball. They like the ground game. That's Kyle Shanahan. That's his philosophy. But I can't bet against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is going to have a great game. I think now, Aaron Rodgers haven't had much success against the 49ers. I believe he's 0-4 against the 49ers. But that's going to be different this year. I think they pull it out. 49ers had a nice run, but I think their run come to an end.
I feel it. Well, thank you, Judge, for hopping on the show. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you. And I don't care what Jake says. That shoe collection is immaculate, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Right on, Judge. Appreciate you. Look forward to having you next time on the show.
All right. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
All
right. Next up, we're going to go to Jay Will. Jay Will, holler at him.
Look, man.
I feel a lot is coming now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, hold on, man. Like, let me turn this down. Man. Look, ain't no way in the world I can't sit here and fucking talk about last week. So let me just get this off my chest. And to these Cowboy fans, they talked about these last 14 seconds. Man, fuck those 14 seconds.
Woo!
Let's talk about what really happened. Well, let's talk about what really happened. They gave up 169 yards rushing to the Niners. Niners ran the fucking ball. Now, if we let me just go back to the beginning of the year. Oh man, I do want to say I don't want to put words in my man Zara's mouth, but he was talking big about Diggs, Micah Parsons. Them cats was on fucking skates all day. All day they was on skates. They didn't do a goddamn thing. We sacked Dak 5 times. They didn't get to Jimmy Polo once. I mean, they only rushed for 77 yards, and they had 14 penalties. I mean, there's something seriously wrong in Dallas, and me or Shad, we talked about it. He blamed it on, he said it though. It's coaching. But all year, I've had to listen to all this Cowboy stuff, and I said it last week, and I said it to a bunch of Cowboy fans that said, yeah, we want the Niners. Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. And they got that ass whooped. I don't give a damn about them last 14 seconds. We own that ass, and if we go back to the last 25 years, see all you stat boys, I don't know if you guys have been reading my comments, but I like all you stat boys out there. You look at the last 25 years, Cowboys got 3 playoff wins in the last 25 years. That's a fucking shame. You should be ashamed of yourself if you call yourself America's team and you only got 3 playoff wins in the last 25 years. And my man, Colin Kaepernick, hasn't been in the league for 4 years. He's got more fucking playoff wins than Dak and Tony Romo. So we need to talk about this. It needs to be discussed because I'm hearing so much bullshit. I've been hearing so much bullshit. And Jimmy Garoppolo has more playoff wins than the entire Cowboys franchise since 2000. So when you sit there, you put some respect on Jimmy Polo's name. I mean, I know he turns the ball over. I get it. But, I mean, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. All you stat boys out there. Now, let's get to this weekend. It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. It's going to be cold in Lambeau. But the only thing that I'm kind of holding on to is what they did to us in week 2 or week 3. I just feel like I want a little payback for the Green Bay Packers. And I'm not looking at, what we've done, in the previous years. I'm just looking at this year. I want a little payback from week 2 or week 3, how they won that game in the last seconds with Aaron Rodgers went into that prevent. I'm pretty pumped up though. It's gonna be close. It might, you know what? It might not even really be close because I don't know if it's gonna be snowing. That's the only thing. If it's snowing, I don't know if my boys really have a chance. But if it's cold, I think we go run the ball, we go pound the ball down their chest, and it's gonna be interesting. I think the matchup though, the key is does Jimmy Polo make a lot of mistakes, and that's what I'm concerned about. Tennessee and the Bengals ride with my boy Joe Burrow. I like that kid all year long. Kansas City and who?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. That's gonna be a great game. Two cold football teams. They're both used to the cold weather. I'm gonna lean towards Kansas City only because I don't know. I mean, it could go either. It could go either way. But I'm gonna roll with Kansas City. Who else we got?
Tampa versus the Rams. Tennessee.
Tampa Bay versus the Rams. Don't bet against Tommy. I think the Rams shot their wide yesterday. I think that you're not going to see that same Rams team this weekend. Sorry, Jake. And yeah, I think that's all I got, man.
Ooh, that was heavy. Lord have mercy. I don't know who's gonna be able to follow that. You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and go straight to it. Get your come up and holler at him.
Yeah, I got. So the game of the week, I pretty much is consensus. I'm agreeing with Donovan. Kansas City, Buffalo. Buffalo's been waiting for this rematch. I know they beat them in the regular season earlier, I think on a Monday or Sunday night. And that was when Kansas City was in that funk when I think they started the season 3 and 4 before they won 7 or 8 straight. I'm riding with Mahomes. Buffalo, that performance was a little scary because Buffalo has the team to go to the Super Bowl, which is why they went to the championship game last year, and that was their aspirations before kind of a not a letdown season, but they wasn't as dominant as a lot of people thought they were going to be, and they barely won that division. But I think with Mahomes being back in there and back in top gear, and I know Jonathan was talking about Buffalo's defense. Kansas City, I believe, the last 10 weeks was number 1 in the NFL in points given up. So just remember that. So I'm going with the Chiefs. And it will be a high-scoring game. I'm going with Cincinnati. I think that's been consensus. I was shocked. I thought people were going to pick Tennessee, but I got Bengals. I got them in the championship game. I had it from day one. You know, when the playoffs started, that was my Cinderella in a sense. Then and over on the other side, the Niners do own Green Bay, or they own Aaron Rodgers. I would say per se more so because Favre owned the Niners. But since he's left, they've pretty much owned Aaron Rodgers. But I think Jimmy G will be the difference. And I also think Aaron Rodgers is just on a mission after what happened last year in that championship game against Tom Brady. And we know how Aaron Rodgers is. Plus, they have a top 5 defense now, which he never had. And I think Green Bay will win that game. And then I can't believe the Rams. I know Arizona's been playing like shit. I can't believe that the Rams won that game. Matt Stafford will throw a pick 6 this game, and Tom Brady will win this game, Tampa Bay, and we'll get that much anticipated Tampa Bay Green Bay rematch in the championship game.
Woo! There it is. I thought Czar was gonna go a little more in on the.
I can't. How am I going in? They won. I gave Jay his problem. He was on there. You know, sit your $5 ass down before I make change. It's just bigger than Nino Brown. You know, hey. And Jay said if he going down, he taking a lot of people with him. He took us with him. What am I gonna say? I can't. Hey man, I'll take my loss.
I feel it. So we're gonna go to. Oh man, this might hurt. But Ms. Sharon, go ahead, talk to the people. You can talk about the past, you can talk about the future. It's whatever. The floor is yours.
You know, I have a lot of respect for Donovan because, you know, Donovan is a ride or die Raiders fan, and he came in here and was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna give some props to my Raiders for weathering the storm this past season because they went through a lot. Those players, they didn't deserve any of what they went through, and they made it. And it says something when you go through a whole bunch of adversity and you still at least make the playoffs. You might get bumped in the first round, but at least you got to the dance through all that crap that they went through. So
and a horrible owner at that too.
Right. And I tip my hat at that. Right. Yeah, horrible owner too. I mean, on top of everything. So then I get to my Steelers. You know, my Steelers were expected to finish last in the AFC North. They finished second. Only to the Bengals. It did hurt that we finished second to the Bengals of all teams, but we did. That's where we are right now. We don't have no Joe Burrow at our helm right now, but they do. So it is what it is. But we finished second. According to William Ace, the MVP, we weren't even supposed to win 8 games. We weren't supposed to win more than 7. But we finished 9-7-1. Well, looky there. According to the so-called experts, we weren't even supposed to win 5 games. Tomlin was supposed to have his first losing season, all of that. That's what was supposed to happen, but we defied that and finished 9-7-1. Somehow we put it together enough to do that. And I'm proud of that. Now, there are fans out there who would say, Josh would say, if Josh were here, he would say, Sharon, do you think that was an emotional victory or something crazy like that? That's what he would say. But no, I'm not saying moral victory. Yeah, a moral victory. No, Josh, I'm not saying it was a moral victory because it wasn't a victory. We did not win. We lost. We're on the couch. But like Donovan, it was good that we even got there. We weren't even supposed to be there. No matter what the Colts or the Rams, the Colts, the Chargers, and the Raiders did, if we didn't win those 2 games, we wouldn't have been there. We wouldn't have been in the playoffs still. So we had to win. And yeah, we beat the Ravens without their starting quarterback. But Huntley is a good quarterback. And then we beat the Browns, but the Browns are the Browns. But you know, everybody had the Browns beating us that day. They were supposed to beat us, you know, with Myles Garrett in the Bros. They were supposed to shut us down. Didn't happen. So what I'm saying is, I'm proud of my Steelers. We have great pedigree, great history, and it showed. Sometimes you might have a trash team, but you could take that trash and put it together and do something with it, and that's what we did. So put some respect on the name of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's all I'm saying. So that's what I got to say about the past. Well, I'm gonna say one more thing. Ain't no way in the hell that the Bills were supposed to just whoop the Patriots the way they did. I don't know what happened. I mean, but I don't know. It was like Josh Allen just, I don't know what happened. Did he drink something or something? I don't know. He just all of a sudden he just came out playing like Joe Montana or somebody. I ain't gonna say Tom Brady. So anyway, but he had an excellent game. I said it on my other show. I mean, if I could pick a certified player of the first round, I would pick him because 5 touchdowns and 7 drives, 7 scores or whatever, all that. I mean, what can you say? He performed. That was the best game I've ever seen him play ever since he's been in the game. And so I have to tip my hat and give my respect to that. Now, as far as what's going to happen, Titans, Bengals, I'm picking the Bengals because I can't stand the Titans. And in the matchup, I just believe Burrow is better than Tannehill. And I don't believe that Derrick Henry is going to make that big of a difference because those defensive line of the Bengals is going to stop that run. they're pretty good against the run, and I believe they'll be able to shut him down. And he won't be saying a whole lot. Chiefs and Bills. The Chiefs have been there before. That's the advantage that they have, and they seem to be getting hot at the right time, and actually looking like a playoff team now. When about 4 or 5 weeks ago they weren't looking this well. The Bills are riding high, but I'm afraid they might get a little bit too cocky, thinking that, we gonna run over everybody. We gonna, we them boys now. All of a sudden, that they're gonna take the Cowboys mantra. We them boys, we the Bills. We this, we that, and I think they might get a little too complacent and think they can just run over the Chiefs. And I think the Chiefs gonna let them know. So I'm picking the Chiefs.
Still can't run the ball.
Yeah, still can't run the ball. And if you can't run against the Chiefs, you won't beat the Chiefs. That's for sure. The Packers and the 49ers, that's a toss-up for me. Aaron Rodgers does not have a good record against the Niners. I know the Niners is like his kryptonite, just like the Rams is Brady's kryptonite and New Orleans is Brady's kryptonite. So I don't know. I don't know who's going to win that game. I really don't have a score. I don't know. I'm pulling for the Niners because I can't stand the Packers, and I really can't stand Aaron Rodgers. But as far as who's going to win between these two teams, if you look at it statistically or anything, I don't know who's going to win. Rams and the Bucks. It's hard to go against Tom Brady, that's for sure. But I don't like it when people say you never go against Tom Brady. The man is not invincible. The man can lose a game. I mean, damn, he doesn't have a perfect record. He has lost games before in the playoffs. So it's not like he's unbeatable. And I think if the Rams play like they played last weekend, they could beat them. But which Rams team is going to show up? I didn't expect them to beat Arizona because they're so fickle. But if they want it bad enough, they'll beat the Bucks. But I'm gonna pick the Bucks. I'm gonna pick the Buccaneers to win. That's where I'm at.
Got it. Man, as you can see, that there's going to be a lot of good action just coming on the divisional rounds. But Justin, go ahead and cap us off with this topic, and then we'll move on to the next topic with Czar.
I mean, to be honest, I've been telling everybody I'm looking forward to the offseason. I want to see Deshaun Watson. I want to see Deshaun Watson beat these Chargers. We could probably get him for a little cheap deal, hopefully.
Oh,
Come on down to the bayou.
Justin, no one's coming, Justin.
Nobody's coming.
Justin, what about Jameis? You don't believe in Jameis?
I mean, he tried. He got hurt, and I don't want to pay him more money. Well, it's not me. I don't want them to pay him more money. Him coming off an injury. It's just we need more than Jameis. We need a lot more.
Nobody's coming.
You guys finished what 9-8, right?
9-8. Yep.
It's not that bad of a season considering the circumstances. If you think about it,
that's right.
Yeah, well,
the defense kind of held you guys up. You just need a viable quarterback.
One thing I will say, Justin, nobody's coming.
Yeah, well, I mean, we clearly saw that with your team too. So
hey, we made the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can I can get on. Non-playoff teams can't say nothing.
But it's just like
you're not even in the realm, homie. Make the playoffs.
You're right. I mean, we warm.
Nobody's coming. That's for your team.
We're passing you the popcorn, Czar. So
it don't matter. Put caramel on that. Put caramel on that popcorn.
We got.
That's like Ron trying to talk shit to me as a Falcons fan. Y'all don't get no time, brother.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm looking forward to the offseason.
I hear you. You got to at least make the playoffs, man. If you're gonna talk to me, that's all I'm saying.
Man, making it to the offseason. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, or better yet, send us Dak because we know how to treat him.
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't. Hey, shit. I like Dak, but not like I ain't crazy about him. I don't mind.
I'll take Dak Prescott real quick. But anyway,
Jerry, go right out there and get the Watson.
Let me
I
let me
would
get
too.
let me get the Bengals over the Titans. The Chiefs. Let me get the Chiefs out of the Bills. Give me the Packers over the 49ers. But I could see that going the other way. And I love Tom Brady. He's a nice man. He's a nice man. But
The wholesome man.
He's yeah.
He's the
Tom
sheep.
Wholesome.
Brady
He's the
over
sheep, man.
over
He's the
there.
sheep. That's the sheep.
Oh God, have mercy. All right, so now that we're done with the NFL playoffs, we're gonna move on to Czar's topic, and then we're gonna close out the show. So Czar, the floor is yours. Holla at the people.
All righty. So yeah, we're gonna do another edition of the movie block to end the show, kind of lighten the show up, keep the show versatile like we do. A couple of movie topics, kind of see where people lean at, what kind of choices they make. So let's get it going. First one. If y'all can see this here, who is the greatest? Now it doesn't have to. I doubt it, but it doesn't have to be someone on this list. I highly don't think someone else would be chosen. That's not on here, but it's possible. But who is the greatest 80s action movie hero? As far as the list, you got Sylvester Stallone, you got Jackie Chan, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger, you got Chuck Norris, and you got Bruce Willis. Let's kick it off with Double A. You go ahead and kick it off.
Oh man, since I keep seeing so many memes, or used to see so many memes and books and jokes about this, I'm gonna go with Chuck Norris, because it used to be like Chuck Norris did this, or Chuck Norris used to do that, or Chuck Norris did something. So yeah, if you get books and memes and countless of them made about you, you did something right. So yeah, I'm gonna go Chuck Norris.
No, not necessarily.
Jake, you're going to hell. Jake, you're going to
tell him just in.
I was gonna say Shaft, but he isn't on here.
Damn.
It's the 80s, fool.
Oh man.
I'll be back on that note.
Shazam was in the 90s.
I didn't say Shazam. I said Shaft.
I thought you said Shaq, being funny.
No.
Well, that's a one movie. Who's the character? You talking about Samuel Jackson? Or you talking about Richard Roundtree?
The Roundtree guy with the.
And that was still 70s, and then
that
90s.
was 70s. Yeah, that was
still
70s.
off. And that's one movie though. We're talking about who's like the star, the decade of the 80s out of
Who ruled the 80s in action hero?
Okay, I'll say Stallone.
Stallone. Okay, Sharon, what you got?
It's Bruce for me. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
It's Bruce Willis for me.
Okay. Let's see, Jay Will, what you got?
He's on. Jay, you're on mute. Jay, you on mute.
You on mute, Jay. We can't hear you.
I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go with Sylvester Stallone. He had the Rambos, and he had one of my favorite movies, Nighthawk with Rutger Hauer.
Oh, Nighthawk is brilliant. A very underrated movie with Rutger Hauer. Oh, wait. That was the villain was Rutger Hauer, right?
Yeah.
And Billy D. Yeah. Good movie.
Great movie.
All right, Donovan.
I'm gonna go with Sharon on this one, and I'm gonna pick definitely Bruce Willis. I loved his movies back in the 80s, so I'm gonna go with Bruce Willis.
See, I thought Bruce got bigger in the 90s with it, even though he did start in the 80s, but like the Die Hards and all that. But I feel y'all on that one. Who else? Who did not go on the panel?
No, I think that's it.
I think that's everybody. Is Dennis here? No, I think Dennis.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with. It was kind of clear for me, but I mean, you can argue most of these guys, I guess, but Arnold for sure for me with the Terminators, the True Lies, the Commandos. I mean,
the Kindergarten Cop.
Huh?
Kindergarten Cop.
Who? Oh yeah. But yeah, Arnold for me, so that but like I said, you can't really go wrong. Probably Jackie Chan was probably one that I figured wouldn't have been chosen, and he was
in the 80s though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But I think
Jackie didn't do nothing in the 80s, did he?
Well, he did, but it was more so over in his country.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Second one. So basically, obviously, you see the trend here, the type of movies that are here. This is basically it don't have to be a movie here. If it's here, cool. If not, but the greatest sports movie of all time. So you obviously see what's here to give you some ideas. And like I said, if your movie is here, and when this is any sport, the ultimate number one, the sport movie you want to choose. Go ahead, kick it off, Jay Will.
I love that Rudy. Rudy was my guy. But the Friday Night Lights, I got to go with Rocky though. That's just
Rocky. You like Rocky one? Rocky one?
I like Rocky 3 with Clubber Lang.
Okay, Rocky 3. Yeah, that's my favorite.
But Rudy was my guy though.
That is the best one.
Yeah, 4 is hella close to 3, but I agree 3 is the best. Okay, what you got, Sharon?
The greatest sports movie you said?
Is it the greatest sports movie, or it just has to be on this particular?
No, it could be any movie. This list gives you an idea, and if your movie's on here, then that's cool. But it doesn't have.
Oh, my bad.
If you think the best sports movie is not on here, then just say it.
Remember the Titans for me.
Okay, it's on here too, though.
I think I'm gonna have to say Remember the Titans. It used to be for a long time. It was Hoosiers for me.
Hoosiers.
But yeah, Hoosiers was that movie. It just resonates. Being a Midwest girl, you too, Czar, being from Indiana.
We watched that in elementary in Indiana.
Yeah. I mean that movie meant everything to us up there.
Yeah.
So that was long my favorite until Remember the Titans came out.
Right. Okay. What you got, Double A?
Man, there's 2 that come to mind for me, and one of them's up here. It's Space Jam, because that was the first movie that I actually went to go see in theaters for me. And then the second movie for me is Gridiron Gang. The message behind it.
I love that movie.
The message behind it, and just because it had The Rock in it too, I would say that
I love that movie.
Gridiron Gang.
That's a really good movie.
Don't think I've seen it.
88.
You never seen Gridiron Gang, Jay Will?
Justin, you seen
you love that movie, Jay Will. Let's go.
Jay Will.
Feeling like Josh right now.
Hey, that's my second favorite football movie, even better than The Program, which I like a lot. But so I'll go. I agree. Remember the Titans is clearly the greatest sports movie in my opinion as well. Who haven't won a?
Yeah, I couldn't see it. All that shit's so small. I couldn't see it. I didn't even see it. Remember the Titans on it.
No worries. Donovan, did you pick one?
I didn't. But I would have to say Remember the Titans as well. But I mean, I really enjoyed Glory Road. That's one of my favorite sports movies too, man. Glory Road,
Texas.
No love for Sandlot. Yeah. Nobody got love for the Sandlot, Donovan. You of all people, I thought you.
I like the Sandlot too, but it's not in that.
I would have taken Angels in the Outfield before that.
I would too.
No.
I like the Sandlot.
Yes.
No.
Yes, Angels in the Outfield.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's a classic, bro.
I mean, if you really want to go there, then I'll just go Teen Wolf, man.
No.
What the hell?
No, but if y'all want to go there, I'm going White Man Can't Jump on y'all.
No, that's not even a movie.
He said Teen Wolf.
I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking.
All right. Before we get into near the end of the show, let's go with one more. Bam. Let's get it started.
Oh man,
I didn't get the chance to go.
Oh,
my bad, Jeff. My nobody was coming, so I didn't know. But go ahead. Go ahead, Jess.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll definitely remember the Titans, but Concussion, that's a good movie.
I need to watch that movie. That's one that I ain't even seen yet.
You haven't seen Concussion?
Oh, let me tell y'all right now. Let me tell y'all real quick what's on my mind.
Either.
Watch King Richard. Will Smith will win Best Actor, and we'll get an Academy Award this year for King Richard. If you haven't watched it, watch it.
Is it really that good, Czar?
Oh, Will Smith is that good. And I thought The Pursuit of Happiness was his best performance. This dude is phenomenal. Remember I was talking about Marlon Wayans? Nah. This King Richard, watch that movie. Will Smith is an absolute beast. Yes. Highest recommendation. All right. And then the last one, it's Martin Lawrence based. You got Bad Boys, Blue Streak, A Thin Line, and Life.
This is easy for me.
All right,
Very
kick it
easy.
off then, Donovan.
Yeah, to me, Blue Streak got to go, man.
No.
Gotta go.
Oh, you got Blue Streak too, Jay. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Sharon.
For me, did you say me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which one gotta go?
For me, is life.
Ooh,
Life gotta
what?
go for me. Mm-mm.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, I did not like that movie. Sorry, y'all.
Whoa.
The
I know
cast
everybody else.
alone.
I know everybody else likes it. I don't like it. I don't like the
You
movie.
gonna eat your cornbread, Sharon? Sharon, you gonna eat your... All right, what you got, Justin?
Man, y'all tripping, man. Blue Streak is good. Dave Chappelle.
It is good.
Blue
It was
Streak
good.
is good. I like Blue Streak.
I like Blue Streak, but I like those other movies better.
Right.
I get that's a good point too.
Okay, it's gonna hurt to say it, but I'll say a thin line between love and hate. That's hard.
No, man, you can't get rid of that.
Man.
I was gonna go with that one too, Justin. A thin line between love and hate.
Can't go with that one. Bobby Brown in it. No.
Right.
You messing with my Bobby now.
Right. Okay.
I'm a Whitney fan. I'm a Whitney.
Would you
Hey, on a side note, that thin line between love and hate, it still gives me chills to this day, man, because I was dealing with this female back in the day, and she was ape shit crazy. But I came out of my house one day. I was still living with my mom. I came out of my house one day, and her car was parked directly in front of my mom's house, but she wasn't in it. And I mean, it scared the shit out of me because I looked at the bushes, and it's like 5:30 in the morning. And I walked over to her car. She wasn't sitting in it, but it was her car. And I called her later on, and she swore up and down that she wasn't parked out in front of my mom's house. And this chick used to follow me from clubs and bars. And it was just so that thin line between love and hate, man. It did something to me mentally. I probably actually should have went with that because I don't ever want to see that shit again or that.
That's funny.
That movie was good.
All right, everybody go.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Well, yeah, I just want to, throw that out there. So we're going to go ahead and get some marketing promoting going on with everybody. So that looks like, Dennis, if you want to go ahead, Adam, and, for the people that ain't here no more.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead for the people that ain't here. Shout out to Dennis and the Independent Podcast for joining us. You can always catch Dennis on literally everybody's podcast or on Tuesdays. And then just follow him on all platforms. He's been killing the game. The man is just straight hustler. So man, podcast maniac practically. But next up we have who's next up? We got It's Bro Time. Shout out to Rashad for hopping on with us. He got a show going on with his host Allie, I believe is her name.
Abby.
Or Abby. I said Allie. I'm sorry. It's been a long night. With Rashad's host, Abby. It'll be going on Instagram. Stay tuned for that. Rashad will have more information on that. Next up, go ahead and talk to him, Jay Will.
Let's go. I got a little surprise coming for you guys, man. I know we've been talking about it, but it's 2022, and we're gonna kick this thing off. Stay tuned. Got a lot of laughs coming up.
I love it. Next up, we got the Dig on Doug podcast. As you guys know, Doug is usually the one that is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Doug is currently doing the Lord's work. As most of you guys know, that's usually one of the main reasons why he's not on here. But stay tuned for his Dig on Doug podcast. He'll be dropping some major fire on there. I believe his next episode this Saturday is about goal setting. And that should be very, very fire. It's a very inspirational conversation. It gets people's engines going on what they want to accomplish for the year, especially if some people maybe had a late start to their New Year's resolutions, or maybe they need to pick it back up again because they fumbled a little bit. But it's never too late to keep on pushing. So stay tuned for Dig on Doug. Next up, Donovan, talk to him.
I just feel like a champion right now, until the next baseball season. So shout out to my Atlanta Braves. I'll just lead it with that.
Oh, whatever.
But just support the Pop 5 podcast. I'm not sure if baseball is going to start on time, but when it does, we're ready to talk some baseball, and we'll talk about how my Atlanta Braves will repeat as World Series champions.
No. I'll be back on there with you.
You guys had a great year, though, Perrier.
And no, the one thing I will give Donovan though is that his Braves went exceptional year without a lot of their key players. So you know what I mean. And then they got them back, or some of them back, I should say, in crucial moments. So
be quiet.
I'm just giving props, man.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, we got next up is the financial breadcrumbs. First and foremost, I want to say, with all sincerity, since Miss Sharon is on, thank you, Miss Sharon from the Side Zone. You inspired me to actually sit down and talk to Mary after our episode, and I'm actually building up my patience tolerance, and you will be seeing me a whole hell of a lot more. I will be on there a whole lot more. But again, on another serious note, believe it or not, I've been actually getting a lot of DMs about, I don't know where this topic struck. I don't know if it's a trend on social media right now or whatever the case may be, but a lot of people have been asking me how to stop generational curses and things like that. And one thing I can honestly say, if you want to stop generational curses, as far as financial generational curses, that is, because I think that's why people have been hitting me up about it, is first and foremost, you got to be the family member that's willing to make a change. And how you create that change is there's two simple options. You can either open up a life insurance policy for your family, and that way it creates easy generational wealth. God forbid when something happens to you, your family now is set, and they don't have to worry about and stress about replacing your income when you pass away. Another thing that you could also do is just simply educate your family. Talk to them. Get educated by a financial professional. Sit down, talk to them. You got one right here that will educate you for free, and then you can pass down generational knowledge. Maybe some of the things that I talk about with you isn't for you, but it could be for your next generation of kids because they're younger and have more benefits for compounding interest in their favor. So it's never too late to change generational curses. All you got to do is simply have a conversation, or just simply be the one that's courageous enough to make the move for your family. And all it takes is just one person. That's how J.P. Morgan Chase became so big. And that's how the Rockefellers became so big. You don't believe me? Just Google it.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, obviously, like Jay Will said, two of the most anticipated shows coming, 2022. We got that show coming. We got the Zara show coming. Lots of adventurous laughs, talk, sports, movies. After dark talk, it's going down like different types. So what's it going down like, Sharon?
Oh, Lord.
Prom dresses.
You know what I'm saying? And on that note, I don't have that, I'm blaming the CEO for that, but Sharon, talk to the people.
Oh, did you hear what Chocolate Said is the name of my podcast? If you all don't know, did you hear what Chocolate said? And go check out episode 12 and 13 that I have in there. Episode 12 was wrapping up 2021 with a big red bow. That's what I called it. So I did a wrap up of last year. And then the last one, episode 13, is You Never Count the Pittsburgh Steelers Out. And I really need y'all to listen to that because I want y'all to tell me what you think. But anyway, so that's Did You Hear What Chocolate Said? You can find that on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to check out me and Dennis, the Ignorant Thinkers podcast, on Saturday mornings, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time on the Side Zone.
Side Zone.
Right.
Can I just say? Can I say
one thing? Oh, go ahead, Donovan.
Nah, I just, I like I said, man, I can't really thank just the panel and just all the podcasting people we have here enough. Life's getting easier for me, so it's actually been like 108 days clean and sober, man. So
good job, brother.
I want to thank.
Good job, man.
And like I said, we do a lot of things outside of here, and just by having the Zooms open every night for the games, and just we always have open dialogue with us throughout the week and chats and everything. That's been real helpful for me. And, I just want to thank you guys for all your continued support, and I'm going to keep it pushing one day at a time.
Really proud of you, brother. Really proud of you.
Yes, Donovan. Love it. Love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really proud of you, brother.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it. That was the perfect way to end. I nobody should even just, you know what?
We gotta let Justin talk about, you know, the Pennermans. Go ahead, Justin, tell them.
What's up? Man, yeah, it's kind of hard to.
No, I should have let you go first, man. I apologize.
Yeah,
I thought
man, I ain't got, man, that was a good testimony, because it went from Adam talking about breaking financial curses and to Miss Sharon talking about Steelers, and man, this is good, man. There's nothing but good stuff. But yo, check out everybody, man. Check out, you know me. I'm trying to hear a little bit of everybody. I was able to check out the Side John with Adam and Mary. I'm waiting for Jay Will and Czar, and I'm praying for my boy Donovan. So we all in here together. I did say shout out to me and my wife's nonprofit, Impactful Brush.
You got the merch on sale or what?
Well, this I took this hoodie from her. She don't even know where it is.
Justin.
Know where it is.
Yes.
So, but yeah, merch is coming soon. We're new to this nonprofit world, but I just know we're really trying to make an impact on communities here in Georgia and across the United States. So I'll talk a little bit more about it later, but it's really about just helping out the kids, young adults, and even elders, trying to leave a legacy out here for these young men and women. So that's how I'll probably end it. Leave a legacy, you know, you leave something for the next generation, man. They need.
I do like this hoodie though. You guys should get some made and make a little profit off of it, man.
Oh, for sure. I'll let them know. But this is like the only one. I'm already getting stains on it and stuff. I gotta get it washed real quick.
All right, and then we're gonna end it with the anthem, of course, before Adam shuts it down.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. Thank you for everybody for staying tuned. If I don't host again next week, it was a pleasure hosting this week. As always, we're gonna send them home with this. Jay Will, send us home.
Hey, hold on, Adam. You did a good job, bro.
Good job,
Seriously.
Good job,
Good
man.
job, bro.
Thank you.
Hey, man, hey, let's go, guys. Let's go, Niners.
Peace out, y'all.